Every game, whether big or small, needs developer products, and they end up getting out of hand and it ends up being a 500 line file. So how do we avoid that? Well, you can go ahead and insert forbidden if you don't want to copy the code manually, but go ahead if you do that and duplicate the server script service and drag it over to the server script service and ungroup it. So inside of here, we have our info folder, and this is basically where we're going to put all of our products. So our power outage, which is going to be the example that I do, you're going to see that I add it into this folder, and inside of it, you're going to see that it follows the format of product base. On that note, let's go over product base. So trigger is the code that we want to trigger whenever it gets called. Get product ID is going to tell us the product ID of the product. So that identifies the product. I'll go over how to set that up on the website later. And get product name is basically just going to tell us the name of the product. So that's the script's name. So let's go over this. Let's go over to dev product handler. This is our actual code. MP, as you can see, is getting the marketplace service. Products folder is just this parent. Product base is this example that every product's going to follow. Impl is just the impl folder. This is where all of our products are going to go. Products is just a table getting all those products so that we can loop through them later and determine which one the player bought and then trigger it. And you can see this is where it loads all those. Receipt info, this is all the information that you will get whenever somebody purchases something, and that is handed off to the trigger functions in case you need it. So here you can see I'm using the player ID to get it and just say it was triggered by this player, which you can see down here. And let's go over this function. So this colon sign, it's not doing anything special. It's just saying V is a product base. So this just lets me know that it is a product base and that if I do these functions, it will be valid. So here you can see if the received product ID is equal to that product's product ID, then we know that it is that product that we want to trigger. So we're going to trigger that product. We're going to spawn this is basically just an asynchronous. It's not going to wait for the code inside of trigger to complete. It's just going to go ahead and now it's going to continue and it will return to Roblox letting them know that we're handling this purchase, that it was granted, so they don't issue refunds or none of that. We granted the purchase. So now that we know that, let's go over our example. Inside of here, if you copied it, we're going to have start GUI and inside the text button. So inside of a text button, this is our handler. So this is going to prompt the product to the player. But how do we know what product ID we have? We're going to go over to our website. We're going to go over to create.roblox.com. Creations, forbidden, at least is my game. Developer products. And I'm going to copy that asset ID. And I'm going to go ahead and paste it here. And also inside of the product on the server end, I'm going to paste it there. Now that you've done that, they're both linked. So that whenever somebody purchases this, which this is prompting the product ID to the player, whenever they purchase it, it will trigger the server end. If I go here and I use it, you can see the server triggered the product and it was triggered by rman501. So if I go over here though and I want to make this something special, I'm going to go ahead and do game get service lighting dot time of day is equal to 24. This will make it midnight. Now if I do this, power outage, you can see it's now nighttime. Alright. So that's pretty cool. That's how you add a developer product handler to your game. If you want to continue adding them, obviously you just duplicate them and copy the asset IDs over as such. Like and subscribe if this helped you, and peace.